Meanwhile, Thailand's economy performed exceptionally well in the second quarter. It grew 3.7% on a yearly basis, way above what experts forecast. The pace is also the fastest since the first quarter of 2013, when the economy grew 5.2%. Now, the rebound in growth was on the back of stronger exports and a boost in tourism, retail and agriculture sectors. The government has raised its growth projections for this year, but the economy still faces risks posed by rising trade protectionism and a strong baht currency. Thailand has been lagging behind its Southeast Asian neighbors over the past 3 years. It only expanded at 3.2% in 2016. Now, for more on the Thai economy, we're joined by Joshua Kurlantzick, live from Baltimore. He's Senior Fellow for Southeast Asia at the Council on Foreign Relations. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So why do you think Thailand's growth is lagging behind these other Southeast Asian economies?
Its labor costs are increasingly uncompetitive. Investors aren't happy with the continual lack of political stability that's really been going on for 16 years now. The education system hasn't really propelled Thailand into higher value industries, and so Thailand is stuck in a kind of classic middle income trap.
So what are some of the ways to really turn around some of these significant economic pressures that Thailand is facing?
Well, basically, Thailand needs to have a workforce that can propel it into industries that are higher value. And the junta government understands this, I think. They have proposed a scheme that would attempt to do this, to move Thailand into higher value manufacturing, IT, and other things. The question is, Thailand's education system is one of the worst in the region, and so if they move into these industries, or even if they attract investment in these industries, who's going to staff these factories?
And adding to that, you also have the country's political woes. How is this affecting the economy as well as the investment landscape there?
Well, it's a major, major problem. I mean, one of the areas that Thailand wants to attract investment in is IT, servers, cloud computing, other areas, but they have very, very strict online defamation laws, so that's a problem. Secondly, just investors are concerned that they don't know who's going to be in charge from one year to another. And there's also the ongoing problem of the junta came into power saying that it was going to clean up corruption, which is a long-standing problem in Thailand, but there isn't a lot of evidence that it has, so people really aren't sure what the future holds.
So if things continue on this current trajectory, which industries are really expected to be the main drivers, and which ones are the real drag on the economy?
Well, Thailand is it's a beautiful place with a fascinating culture and great hotels, and tourism is always going to be a major driver of the economy as long as it doesn't descend into significant civil conflict. It has a really powerful manufacturing sector in medium value and in auto parts. Those are still there, so people have put a lot of money into the country and they don't want to take it out. And those are still the major drivers. The question is, you need more than that to be competitive with other countries in the region that are lapping them, like Malaysia, Vietnam, obviously China, and others.
And speaking of China, let's look at China's Belt and Road Initiative. What are we seeing in terms of Thailand's involvement and how that's also benefiting China?
Well, Thailand was early to be, well, first of all, I should say that Thailand has always had a good relationship with China, and particularly since 2014, the relationship has improved on a high level. Thailand's been pretty enthusiastic about the Belt and Road Initiative. It suits them. It suits their need for significant infrastructure. There's been a problem in which the process of improving infrastructure in Thailand has moved very slowly, probably slower than the Chinese officials would have liked. The junta isn't the rapid decision-making force that it presented itself as. And so one of the major aspects, which was to build infrastructure all the way to Thailand's major port at Lam Chabang, has kind of slowed, I think mostly from problems on the Thai side.